I'm Jay Skinner, and this is the pre-show for the Buyers and Sellers Show. And I want you to just grab a cup of coffee. I've got one here. And we're going to spend the next 30 minutes talking about my last week and your last week, maybe, because I think some of you might have been with me. I mean, this is getting busy and great things are happening. Is it for you? Is it lighting up for you? This is the pre-show. We're going to start at 10:35. It's about a minute from now. And we're live. I'm Jay Skinner, and you're on the Buyers and Sellers Show every Friday morning at 10:35 a.m. And I start a little early and play a song, and we have some fun. Anyway, today is a special day because it's just been crazy for the last week. Hope it has been for you. And I want to encourage you to jump in there, say hi, make some special comments. And I see, oh, there we go, Scott Lemke. Hey, he's my digital marketing guy at American Eagle, and I'm so glad you came on. Hi, Scott. Happy Friday. I mean, this guy's really good. We talked about American Eagle a couple weeks ago after their forum. He's part of that team that totally makes awesome things happen. AmericanEagle.com. There you go. There's a free advertisement, Scott. And then Sharon, she's my niece with Reveal Products, and she has gone live every day consecutively now for 1,115 days without missing a day. That's just wonderful, unbelievable. And it's really doing tremendous things for her business, and all sorts of positive stuff surrounding that kind of commitment. Way to go, Sharon. All right. And let's see, there we go. We've got the Buyers and Sellers Show. Just think about this. What has your week been like the last couple weeks or the last week? Let me just explain to you what I've been going through. And while I'm here, because so much of this has to do with trade shows, I'm going to do something. I'm going to show you this banner right here. And at the same time, I'm going to copy it and put it up in the comments. And for those of you that are following the comments, you can see this and probably become a hot link, I hope. And look at this. Trade shows, live trade shows. And so if I'm looking at this thing, I don't know, they might pop in here. There you go. See, when I do that, it goes to lots of different places. It's kind of cool. You know, we're live right now on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, LinkedIn, and 2 Facebook channels. That's pretty amazing, huh? Oh my gosh. Anyway, as we're thinking about what all we're going through, and I put that up there because there's some really, really great steps about preparing for and going to and attending and being part of trade shows so you get the most out of it. And from what I can tell, my stuff I'm teaching here is not the typical trade show training that you see from other people. And I'm saying, get a hold of it because this has served me well and it continues to today, even when I have a week like I just now had. Think about this. Last Saturday, I get on a plane and I'm with my business associate and has become a friend. His name's Marty Goins, and he's working with SQB Packaging Systems. I'm the marketing manager, director of marketing for packaging systems out of Lafayette. And uh, we're working together, putting together a government sales organization to do office products and office furniture and that sort of thing. We're building this group, and he's um, huge in helping us do that. We're working together, and we're go down to Tampa to this big show called Office Partners. And Office Partners is what they call it a buying group. It's an association of office uh, equipment and supplies and furniture dealers from all around the country that get together with your vendors, the people that you buy from, like, and I mentioned big names like 3M, that, and people, Bic pens and Parker pens, and people that sell paper, and then all the furniture people. And you've seen the X chair on Fox News or CNN on being advertised on TV. Well, guess what? You can buy those X chairs from your office dealer as well, from your office store. Anyway, this is people, and we got there Saturday, and people are sitting around watching the game, visiting, get to know each other. And then on Sunday, this is down in Tampa, Florida. On Sunday, there was a big meeting in the afternoon, some more networking. The big meeting was all about the the government sales situation. And right here it might be on the right on your scene here, you see Marty, and then in the middle is Telva Kessler from TK Sales in Texas, and I met her, and she's like awesome. And really, since this was my first time, she was able to give me a lot of tips. And then you see me, and then next to that is Mike Flaherty, and he's the head of the Great Falls Paper and Supply Company, and he is also the government sales or GSA sales guru with whom Marty and I have connected so that we can develop our business work there too. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, what a cool event. And then the we had meetings, like the first day there's meetings, and this is stand up there is Matthew Hebert, and he's talking, and he's the president of the organization. It's a big family company. The Office Partners are, some people call it a buying group. And but there's so much more, because there's education, there's networking, there's a collaboration, cool things within this group. And the Hebert family has just done an incredible job of making it fun and informative and worthwhile for both the vendors, the people that are selling to the dealers, and for the dealer distributors that are have bricks and mortar stores, and will be your favorite office store right down the street. Others would be not working out of brick and mortar, but working with existing customers directly. So anyway, what a fantastic group. I see some more comments here. Let's see what we got here. Sharon said, "Oh, do you Twitch now? I have it on my phone. I Twitch. It's on there right now. It's running live, Sharon. So, yep, I'm a Twitcher too." There we go. Anyway, so these shows that I'm talking about was the Gathering on the Gulf with Office Partners, and then later the Pack Expo in Chicago. I mean, was I ever running? We were running. It was pretty amazing. And it kind of goes like this. You can see me. I'm in, one of these sessions at Office Partners there, uh, paying attention. happy to be there, meeting great people. And they prepare you with a great book. There's the Gathering 2022 book with office partners. There's another picture of Matthew Hebert. What a smart guy, really organizing this. Like I said, it's a family effort. There's a lot of people from with him and his family and his mom. And it was originally founded by his dad, and his mom's still involved. And all I can say is it's one of the nicest, friendliest organizations I've ever been part of, and I so much enjoyed it. And then they bring in some heavyweights like this guy here, and his name is Mike Rousey. And if you don't recognize the name, you'll know one of his past companies is president of Office Max, and then United Stationers prior to that, and now he's the head CEO of a what we call a rep group called Harbinger, and has been for a long, long time. But he is a influencer in the office supplies and equipment business, and he was talking about the future of the economy, a lot of things about the industry, and it's like it was pretty cool to get to know him. The it's really cool because you meet people. This is Jennifer Maxwell, and she is the gloves lady, plastic gloves, rubber gloves, all kinds of gloves. It's just all what it's about with a company called Amex. And while I was sitting there, I said, "Wow, we got someone at Packaging Systems, which is the company I'm working for and working with, um, helping put all this together." I said, "There's a guy there that needs to know you." So I took a selfie like that with her and emailed it to him. I said, "Hey, you need to get to know Jennifer because she can help you." And then there's another guy named Ty Huffer that's part of the United Group, which Packaging Systems has dealt with and worked with forever. And in the area of janitorial and sanitation, JanSan, and also packaging supplies are very big in that area as well. Where another buying group that he was there, and they all collaborate here because the office partners is different and they have different items that they work with. But Ty has been in it for a billion years, and of course he's great friends with the president of Packaging Systems, Pat Tharp. And so I took a selfie and said, "Hey Pat." Ty says hi. So that was nice, and it was good to meet Ty. It was just all sorts of stuff. Like we even found boxes with printing on them. How about packing tables? And I mentioned X chairs. Can you believe it? If you want to buy an X chair, call me. I know I can get you a deal. Anyway, what else did I see here? I'm going to see what else I'm going to got here. Oh, yeah, there's something else. 3M was there. We own Scotch, and this thing where you roll this paper out and it all looks like that and kind of replaces bubble wrap. How cool is that? But there were tons of things, and they had a special format there where they made sure that every dealer had a 101 with every supplier or vendor. Well, you know how it is with big trade shows, like the one I'm headed for, or I went to, the Pack Expo. You've got 12 or 1,300 suppliers in booths, and then you have 40,000 attendees, and it's pretty hard to guarantee everyone has a chance to get together and talk about it and do it unless you've got tons of time. It's just about impossible. I mean, I can't even imagine how in 4 days you can meet 1,200 people. You do the best you can. But in this format of the buying group, where there are, like with the Tug or the United Group with Ty's group, you set appointments in advance and make sure that the important people you want to see, you're set up to see. In this case, they do a round robin at the office partners so that everybody gets to see everybody. And every 10 minutes, they ring a bell and everybody switches like musical chairs. But it's highly organized and everybody gets to meet everybody. I loved it. I don't know if you've ever been to a show like that, but listen, that's a great way to organize a trade show event. And I would say, thank you very much for teaching me something, you guys. So, but then, I was telling you, this is how cool this was. And I got to say that the Office Partners event was impressive, right down to, the evening party. Take a look at this. So here I am at the Office Partners gathering. do these people know how to do a party to entertain their vendors and their clients and everybody that's part of the office partners organization. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. What a surprise. And the musicians there was out of this world. They really put on a great event. And that was at the top of the Marriott at the airport in Tampa. And they have this big round restaurant thing that you saw me walking in there. And the entire Office Partners event was in that one big convention hotel at the airport. And it was wonderful. And they had a pool, they had all the stuff you wanted, but we got so much done at that place, and I really had a blast and thankful for the Office Partners. And some of you are watching. Thanks for having packaging systems. That would be me and SQB Packaging Systems, Marty there for the event. And we plan to get a lot of this office equipment and supplies business going and come back next year. Okay, so what happened next? I get on a plane, so it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday at about 1:30, the whole thing's over. We've seen all the people and we're racing to the airplane. And I get on the airplane and fly back to Indianapolis with Marty because then I've got to go to the next thing, which is the Pack Expo event. And there's a picture of me there. I mean, talk about sleeping fast. I get home and all ready to jump in my car the next morning, drive up to Chicago, and be in this big trade show event at the McCormick Place in Chicago. And I'd encourage you look up Pack Expo if you haven't. Don't know about that. This is one of these mega trade shows that I mean, I love going to it, have gone to it for years because, I mean, when you're the plasticpalletguy.com, it's all about material handling and packaging for industry. And that's been one of my fortes, over all these years. So I want you to, think about what's involved there. So we've got this trade show that was on a smaller and more intimate. And then you have this mega international one, Pack Expo show. And I'm going to click on this and just show you something that was really kind of unbelievable to me. I'm going to share my screen. And there we go. I'll do it like that. Boom. That should do the trick. And take a look at this. This is the Pack Expo homepage here in it's at packexpointernational.com, and they have shows all around the world. I mean, look at this. Registrations, attendee registrations, 44,000 this year. 2018, 44,000 essentially, about the same, see? About the same year, a little bit more in 2016, but not that much. And then when they're not having a Pack Expo in Chicago here, they're having one, and they switch to other locations like let me show you right here: Las Vegas, Philadelphia, Mexico City. There's Atlanta, Georgia, and Guadalajara, Mexico. And a year ago, if you look at my work back in September, October, go to the at Jay Skinner on YouTube and look at my playlist for the buyers and sellers shows. You will see that I was at the Pack Expo in Las Vegas. And I did quite a big deal there about attending it and working it and the things that happened there. And that's separate from that trade show training thing that I was showing you right here. Just click on this. There you go. That is one of the other videos that are there. But if you look around that whole time, I was at a couple different trade shows, one in Orlando, then, of course, the big Pack in Las Vegas. And you can learn a lot about getting a lot out of it. A lot of people go to trade shows and they just don't maximize the effectiveness of their trip. Or if they're in a booth, they don't maximize what they could be doing during that 5 days or 3 days or however long it is to get the most out of it. And I will tell you that it doesn't have anything to do with the pandemic or how things have changed or anything else. There's opportunity for you to make the most out of it. And I want to encourage you to do that. When I went to Office Partners, they sent me when I got there, they had a book for me, a notebook that told me everything was going on, a full thing. I spent plenty of time organizing what I was going to do, had it all laid out there on my bed in the hotel room, and I stayed very well organized to maximize the effectiveness of the time I had with them. And when I got to Pack Expo, I had already a list of particular vendors that I've been dealing with and working with uh, over the past almost a year now with packaging systems. And I had some names of companies that I wanted to go visit and some particular people I wanted to go see, some of which was first time face to face that I've been working with as we're putting together the personalized packaging systems, don't package naked, and enhancing the packaging systems equipment sales program, and adding the government sales program, lots of stuff to do. And so going to a show like this is a great time to see those people. But the way you do it is you have them written down, and then you go to the computer either before you get there or at this time. I just sat down at their computer at the show. They had it and looked up every single location, printed out a map, and knew what booth they were in. And then I just moved out because it was so huge with multiple floors on both sides of Lakeshore Boulevard at the McCormick Place, which is a huge place. You can't just wing it and see all your people. You got to do some preparation, unless you're going to be there for 5 days and you just plan on walking every single aisle, which that's fun to do too. Or was it 5? Let's see, 23, 24, 25, 26, 4 days. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I was there all day Wednesday, and I got done what I intended to get done because of the organization and the time spent. And I kept moving, but at the same time, I made sure I got things done. Let's see, someone may have a comment here. Let's see who's talking. Okay, and let's see. Oh, Greg, I'm glad to see you're here. Excellent. And Greg Sneed says, wow, they're really packing them in. They sure are. This is all about packing, buddy. And when you're out in California, when we're out, for the Vegas one next year, which will be about this time next year, if you have anything to do, any of you that have anything to do with manufacturing, you certainly don't want to miss that one. And I tell you that this is a great networking opportunity in the packaging arena. So I'm going to click like that. There we go. And now, while I was out there, something always catches your attention. As you know, I like computers and robots and technology. And if you look right here, I'm going to show you something. I ran into a technology that I heard has been out there since 2013. But, it's like that's what these shows are for. So you run into something that you hadn't seen before. He's like, man, how did I miss that? And I'll just show you. I wonder if you think this is as cool as I do. This is a little short clip. And watch this. Okay, so here I am at the Pack Expo, and it's like, I just found something too cool. Look at that thing go. Look at that go. Put one of those things in there. I'll press it and hold it. Look at that. It just grabs it. It lifts it up so I can show how we'll do it. Not so grab it. Just grab it halfway. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Now, when we talk about compliance and issues relative to how you hold and allowing a little bit of slop for the product you're picking up to be irregular, this is like the ultimate. And this guy is Mike Wellborn with Soft Robotics, and he's the guy. Look at Mike Wellborn, there you are. So this is good. And they're doing this stuff, and they're picking up donuts. And this is fantastic, Mike.
Great.
I mean, imagine this device that just picks up things, but it's a soft touch. And when I talked about compliance, in the robotics industry, when we talk about compliance, my word for compliance is how much slop is there in there, how much give how much room for error? Well, this had so much compliance and room for error because the way those little fingers we're talking about, they were all this silicone material like rubber, but silicone, food grade. And there was no metal up inside those fingers. Because of the geometry of it, that was just shooting air up. And as air went into it, it caused it to bend in and do the things. And the different pressure would allow it to have, you know, a harder grip or not so hard grip. And because it's air and rubber, it's very difficult to hurt whatever you're picking up with, whatever you're picking up. It's like, this is fantastic. I loved it. I I was so impressed. And somebody said, well, that's pretty simple. But for me, and the funny thing is then I thought, oh, I'm a genius. I've learned something new. I'm going to go tell my friends. And I went over to Fanuc Robots and said, oh, here, this is me like up there. And ABB, Fanuc, and any number of them. You could use a lot of them. Most of them are fantastic companies and have their niches. And I had some friends over there say, hey, do you ever see this that does like this? It does like that. And she said, yeah, we were demonstrating that over there on a machine. Like, oh, okay, good. Because that was really cool. Anyway, those are the kind of things you run into, all sorts of packaging equipment. And it was fun. But working the show, meeting the people, collecting cards, taking notes, making sure they have your information, and then it's like get the most out of it. Make sure you systematically go through things and get done what you were hoping to get done. I managed to, and it was good. And some of you that are watching right now might even have been there. How cool is that? That's the truth. I know. Um, let's see what else. What else should we talk about here today? If any of you were actually at the show, jump in. Many of you, as usual, will be watching this in the recorded format, as a replay. That's awesome. I hope you get a lot out of it. And the most I can say about getting out of this is go back to this, go to YouTube and find my channel. Go to this link specifically for my trade show training half hour that has about 9 points on it, step-by-step training. And I would highly recommend that. And the other part is just call me or send me an email. Happy to give you some pointers, be your friend, see what we can do. I'm Jay Skinner. I'm the CEO Extender, and I work with business owners and CEOs to get projects done, work on things that they have been wanting to get done. They need someone that's had the kind of life and experience that they do and they're currently living, like I have in the past and currently, to jump in there and help them get things done. And I work on those kind of projects and generally have anywhere from 1 to 3 customers doing that at any given time. And then at the same time, on the plasticpalletguy.com at PDT Pallets product development team, I'm developing generally specialized and customized plastic pallets and skids for work in process in your factories or for closed loop shipping. And you should get a hold of me if you need something like that. If you just can't find what you want out there, give me a call. Or if you don't know where to look, give me a call. I'll help you know where to go. So it's been a real pleasure meeting you and spending time with you. This is the Buyers and Sellers Show. We're good about buyers. We're good about sellers. We know that everybody is one or the other at one time or another. And we want to try to help you be the best you can possibly be in that area and in life altogether. So with that said, I'm Jay Skinner. Thanks for coming. I'll see you again next week. The Buyers and Sellers Show, 10:35 a.m. every Friday. Till then, have a great week. Bye now. I'm going to take a sentimental journey. I'm going to set your heart at ease. I'm going to make a sentimental journey home. See you next week. Thanks for coming.